Shalom. First and foremost, above all things, I want to give all praises and honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash. I'm from the Prophets of Babylon out of the Waco, Texas camp, affiliated with the branch of Prophets of Babylon, Tampa Bay, Florida. I'm your brother Atiyat. I'd like to give a special double honors to the elders and apostles on down at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. May the blessing of election be upon your household, on you sincere brothers and few sisters and that listen. And lesson for today would be Sirach chapter 39 and verse 1. And I'll start here in Sirach chapter 39 verse 1. He that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all ancient and be occupied in prophecies. Yeah, and in the time that we're living in right now, it's a good thing to be occupied in prophecy, man. You know, that we keep our minds rooted in the things that we have learned, you know, because Satan offers so many distractions, you know, whether it's, in your own personal life, in your own personal life that the Lord has put you in, your lot. And those distractions can get you unrooted in this truth and knowledge if you let them get to you too much. At the end of the day, we're a human. We're in these fleshly bodies. You know what I'm saying? But our mindset is to understand that, hey, man, what we're in is a nightmare. But our main focus should be upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, which means He is or He exists. And then you have the Son's name, which is Yahushai. And Yahushai means He that delivers. So our mindset should be constantly in the law. Now, again, as far as the law, we do the best that we can. We understand we're in hell. We're under a wicked rulership. So there's only so many laws that we can follow, but in the kingdom, the righteous kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, will be able to keep the laws fully, But in the meantime, here in hell, which this place is hell, right now we're in the Sabbath, and brothers like myself, what have you, have to go to work, But in the meantime, we do the best that we can and make the worst of, make the best make the best out of a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? So, our main focus is to be occupied and meditated in the things that of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has given us, man. To understand that we are the Israelites, we're a holy people unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and seek this wisdom, Let it resonate with you. That's why the scriptures tell you, every day we should be, constantly seeing if we be of the faith, We want to continue on because, hey, man, you could be going hard and strong yesterday, and then the next day you could be, mind be somewhere else, you know what I mean? So, and the spirit comes and goes, because you know a lot of times, brothers that's in this thing, the spirit could be on you real heavy, and then one minute, the spirit kind of get away from you, but at the same time, you want to fight that, you want to, still keep your mind, get your mind in your mindset in these prophecies, man, because it's a lot of things going on, And we have to be mindful of that, but at the same time realize that, hey man, we can't let these distractions get in the way of you know Yahweh Shem Shai. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. Yeah. So we have been taught, you know, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai first and foremost, on down to our elder apostles, on down to brothers who have come into this thing way before, we entered into other men's labors. So, we have brothers that we learned from that were in here before we were, and I'm speaking first and foremost with myself because I, still consider myself as a babe in this thing, and so our mindset is to continue on in the things that we have been taught and the things that we have learned, and apply them to the best of our abilities. You want to let distractions get in the way. Satan does that. Case in example, right now I'm doing a video, and you got a distraction out here, but at the same time my mindset is to say, hey, I gotta keep on feeding the sheep. I can't let these distractions get in the way of preaching this word, man. So it's really good that we stay meditated in this thing, man, because really there ain't nothing out here that's that important that we don't keep ourselves meditating in the things that we have learned and have been taught. None of that, none of these things. Because we're near the end, and being that we're near the end, the scriptures tell us to keep keep your mindset in this truth and knowledge. Let me see if I can get that. Because these distractions can get to the average person. These average jakes out here, they're distracted by any little thing out here. But we know all these things have to happen. It's for a purpose. But our mindset is on the, like scriptures say in Colossians 3 and 2, that we set our affections upon the things above, not on the things on this earth. Second Ezra chapter 9, and I'll start here in verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Yeah, so this is a reference back to Sirach chapter 39, man, that we keep our mind set on the prophecies, man. Don't get distracted with all these other things that's going on around us, because because we are in these corrupt bodies. But we can't get so distracted that we don't meditate on the laws and statutes of Yahweh Shem Shai. Not saying that, we do the best of our ability as far as the laws, you know what I'm saying? Because really at the end of the day, this is all about faith and hope. Faith, hope, and mercy. Faith in Yahweh Shem Shai, that he'll deliver us from this madness, and hoping that Yahweh Shem Shai will deliver us. And also also that faith, because you have to have faith, which is a gift that's spoken of in Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 8. So, Lord willing, I hope and pray that this is an edifying lesson. Once again, I want to give all praises and honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, B'Kah Kodash. Special double honors to the elders and apostles on down at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations to the elect. Until the next time, Lord willing, I'll say shalom.